You've just done a fundraise.
Yes.
Tell us from this region why you came to Qatar for money and how much indeed you've been raising.
Our total round was 250 million. The region for us is really important, not only the GCC, but also because we think between the markets here, there's so much digital innovation that's going on, so many small businesses that are now building software. But I think the second thing is, especially with the QIA, they're a very patient investor and long-term capital. And when you're trying to build something generational, you're going to make mistakes and you're going to learn from those mistakes. And you want someone that's not running necessarily a 7-year cycle, but they're really thinking about the world at large.
Last week, Builder AI, a UK-based startup once valued at $1.5 billion, backed by Microsoft and of course SoftBank, has collapsed back to $0.
You like the vibe? Then subscribe. You know it's JEJE Vibe. You know you JEJE Vibe. You know you join the vibe. You know you can feel the vibe.
It's JEJE Vibe.
Can you feel the vibe? Can you feel the vibe? It's a vibe, vibe. Lewis and Gabriel's in the building, and I got my amazing queen with me.
Thanks, my love,
You
my
know it's
handsome boo.
It's JEJE
How are you looking
Vibe.
fine today?
Man, what can I do? I can only be myself. So if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. Where else would you rather be? We got to talk about Builder AI.
A UK-based startup once valued at $1.5 billion, backed by Microsoft and of course SoftBank, has collapsed back to $0. This comes at a time when literally all my friends are becoming billionaires by putting the letters AI in front of their startup names, but the party can't go on forever. Like most startups out there nowadays, Builder AI offered a vibe coding platform called Builder Studio that promised to make you software without any technical expertise required. But as it turns out, that promise is hard to keep in reality. And I kid you not, their solution to half-assed AI code was instead to use a room full of underpaid Indian programmers to massage the slop into a working demo. In other
Crazy.
And then now, there's something called vibe coding now.
Crazy.
Vibe coding. So it's essentially a way to write code more casually, quickly. You put in a text prompt about what you actually want to build and you go by the feel or the vibe instead of necessarily having to write every line of code and know those complicated coding languages. It also lowers the barrier to writing all this code. It makes it easier to build an app or a feature without really knowing these coding languages.
So before vibe coding became a thing,
Who named it vibe coding in the first place?
the people. The people.
Something.
For the people.
Coding with a vibe.
Just chilling.
Coding just like how you feeling. Hey.
Like you know, it's JEJE Vibe. It's just like how you're feeling listening to this now. That's how you code. That's the future of code. You're
Coding with a vibe.
So Builder AI came with that concept before it became a thing right now, where everybody's building with AI and calling it vibe coding.
Hey, I'm Natasha, your AI companion. Now there's a better way to build your software with me. Explain your idea and I'll guide you. Talk, chat or upload a doc that describes it. You can even speak to me on your phone. I'll listen to your idea and I can work out which software features you'll need to build it. Okay, now let's personalize it. Share a name and logo or your website URL. Look, your idea is already becoming real. I group features into journeys. They're actions users can take, and we chat through which ones you need. I can recommend features, and it's simple to add them. Then I create an instant prototype to show you how it all fits together. Want custom features or integrations? I manage everything for you. And my new marketplace lets you add third-party services in a single click. Choose what you want delivered and when. Done. Now sit back and watch it build.
Before AI became part of this, we had a lot of no-code, low-code technology. Just explain that for a second.
Sure. You know, when you think about what's happening in the industry and the world at large, is you're having more and more businesses now build software just to be relevant.
Right.
The old way is not going to work anymore. And so you had this movement of no code, low code, where it said, hey, I'm giving you a canvas with some tools, go build whatever you want. The problem is most people can't use Excel. They think Java is a coffee bean you buy at Starbucks. And so getting them to now try and build applications which their business depends on,
Right.
because it's no longer nice to have, is really difficult.
So Beauty AI, instead of telling the truth that they had Indian programmers or Indian builders building the so-called software where they have this fronts that you're building your own software, you can just come in and build yours without learning how to code or knowing how to code. But in the back end, which is supposed to be an AI running this code for you, it happens to be humans, like a sweatshop.
Like a sweatshops for
Engineers.
software engineers. So I guess whatever builder AI platform that they have, so they put their prompt hoping that they get something back in response, but it's the sweatshop that's working really hard to deliver some of those things. That's crazy though.
Crazy.
Words, it's an artificial intelligence tool powered by biological intelligence. As ridiculous as that sounds, though,
Artificial intelligence tool powered by biological intelligence by humans behind.
it's not the main reason Builder AI collapsed. They were also engaging in outright fraud to make their murr go burr. In today's video, we'll find out what went wrong.
Crazy.
Taking the shortcut.
Crazy.
And what it means for the future of AI coding startups. It is June 3rd, 2025, and you're watching the Code Report. It's been a wild few days for the AI enthusiast. The Claude 4 was released, and it made Claude 3.7 slightly better. Then just after that, DeepSeek R1 gets an update that makes DeepSeek R1 slightly better. We're not talking about exponential runaway intelligence here, which is kind of disappointing, but we'll take what we can get to keep the hype train going. But maybe we'll go exponential soon.
True.
Because a new paper just dropped.
Because I don't understand why they keep releasing all these models and passing it off as something big, whereby they're just models based on some benchmark that got passed.
Facts.
So while at the end of the day, it's still nothing but building layers and layers of components and now passing it off as a product.
Facts.
Not even feature.
Facts.
The Darwin Godel machine, a self-improving AI system that iteratively modifies its Python codebase to validate its own coding capabilities on software engineering benchmarks using frozen foundation models. It sounds kind of like Google AlphaCode.
That's it.
So this is Alpha Evolve, where the AI can self-improve itself.
Actually works, we really are cooked this time. But if your goal is to make money, the most important lesson to remember is that your tech doesn't actually need to work to get super rich. Builder AI used that wisdom to create a product that quickly went from 0 to 1.5 billion, then back to 0 again.
Crazy.
And on the website, they say, we make building an app so easy that even a caveman can do it. The way it works is that you prompt it.
Crazy.
You had the concept, but you couldn't even write the code and get some access to some data to build it yet. You could just, why hire, my own thing is that this is just stupid. Why hire so many engineers to fake it, whereby you could use the same engineer to build the same code and build that actual coding vibe or vibe coding.
Facts. With all of these language models that you have.
Just like ChatGPT, then a professional human-powered vibe coder steps in to fix all the slop. It's the perfect platform for people not talented enough to vibe code. The problem, though, is that their approach doesn't scale, and apparently the room full of Indian programmers was doing more work than the AI.
Crazy.
Bankrupt is that they were also committing outright fraud.
Crazy.
That's just it. You end up putting a lot of manpower, time, and effort into something that you could have. You put time and effort into all of that just to scam the investors and also lie to the end user, whereby you could use that same time and effort to actually build the product.
Facts. And that's what's happening today. Like, you have the startups that don't even have a viable product and they're getting tons of money in investments. And they're turning out
just
to be
because
scams.
they're slapping the AI tag on it.
.ai. Everything built. Oh, we're building AI. You just put an AI at the end. It's .ai. Even if it doesn't have the machine learning or whatever to
associated with it.
It's just AI.
Yep.
Now you're having real humans behind a sweatshop to build the apps that you claim you have AI to build.
And it's with so many LLMs these days, and so many whatever name that LAM or whatever names that they call it these days. You could have just built a simple code and fetch the APIs and boom.
Easy. And that's what's happening right now with all of this vibe coding platforms that we have. It's what they're all using. They're all using Claude's API, Google's API, OpenAI's API to build all of this vibe coding applications.
So much for vibe
allegedly,
coding.
with a round-trip billing scheme with one of their partners. They were invoicing for work they never did to make their revenue go up. It's grow or die, but unfortunately one of their creditors found out and seized $37 million from their bank accounts. And that left them no choice but to declare bankruptcy. It seems like everywhere you go on the internet right now, you'll find clueless optimists is saying that 90% of white-collar work will be eliminated by AI within the next 5 years. To which the clueless pessimists respond by saying that AI is nothing more than the latest Silicon Valley pyramid scheme. The truth is likely somewhere in the middle, and it's going to be fun to watch this bubble pop like 2001 or
it's the latter.
Singularity.
Actually, it's the latter. If you think about it, it's still all the hype.
Crazy.
Hey, look at Google VO3 now, and how they passed off a fabricated demo as product, and having people sign up for it for $250 a month for 3 months. Meanwhile, after several generations of videos, videos, you can only maybe find one that is passable, which is even the one that is passable is still pretty much useless.
Crazy.
So why are these tech companies passing off benchmarks as products?
Crazy. The tech doesn't have to really work. We just have to create a scenario of it working.
And then create a user interface for it so that people can sign up and pay. And then put people to work, but they are not really getting the value of the money that they're spending. That's
scam. That's scam. That's scam. And so many of these tech companies are doing it for free right now.
This is not the first time Google has done it. They did it when they passed off the other video, text to video. What was that one?
I think that was a Gemini model.
That was the first Gemini that they passed off. So now the cycle is repeating itself with VO3.
Crazy. Man. So what you guys think? You're the AI using actual biological humans behind the hood.
At the end of the day, they can wrap all of this thing in shiny gifts and slap the AI tag on it. It's still humans from the beginning till the end of it.
Evaluate the company to billions of dollars.
The humans are going to be the one to enter the prompt, the end users, the software part of it. The vibe coding is still the humans that are still going to enter the prompt to vibe code.
Facts.
Hey, on the data side of things, it's still the humans that are still going to collect data clusters and label it and do all those things associated with it. So, is the AI really AI if humans are the ones feeding it all through and through?
Facts. So, Builder AI has filed for bankruptcy, and right now, the company that was once evaluated to $1 billion or $1.5 billion is now zero.
It's now nada.
Crazy. What you guys think? Tech companies faking or creating scenarios of their tech really working and their tech is not really working?
That's what it is. They overpromise and I don't want to say under deliver, not deliver.
Not deliver.
Apple Intelligence too is an example.
Crazy.
Just like we said it.
Crazy. Drop a comment and let us know what you guys think about the video. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. It was JEJE Vibe.
We're out of here now.
Let's see you in the next one. JEJE Vibe, JEJE Vibe, JEJE Vibe.
It's JEJE Vibe.
Feel the vibe, feel the vibe.
Oh, JEJE.
Gotta subscribe to the vibe. Make you know the door for the vibe. Just subscribe to the vibe. Let's see you in the next one.
Vibe coding.